It's my favorite planet.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good planet.
Yeah, it actually is pretty fun. It's just, there's some things that really annoy me. One of them we're going to meet here in a second.
So, any ideas on how to find Nefton?
If you're paying attention, you know who it is.
Oh, come on. Like anybody doesn't know who it is. Welcome to Side Quest Planet, home of the side quest. So, yeah, let's go meet an old friend. And by friend, I mean acquaintance, maybe?
Guy who occasionally robs us.
Fancy seeing you all the way out here in the Zarkov city.
And his stupid goddamn bird. I hate the bird.
Nefton Prague. Have you seen him?
Aw, you hate the bird. I like the bird. I like this character in general.
Well, I know, I just don't like the bird. The bird annoys me.
Something scandalous must have happened up there. You're gonna need some hover boots to get past.
I had hover
Yep,
boots, but
we
they
get
were
hover boots
ambulance
this late in the game.
Oh, don't you worry, friend.
And I know I'm saying this like 7 videos in, but
We have talked to him for 10 seconds, and he has already robbed us.
You can find Gargathon horns all around the swamp. Somehow fossils, or you can
Those
find
aren't fossils, damn it. They're just bones. They're not fossilized.
alright, so, yeah, this is like the Arctic planet or the desert planet in Going Commando, only the major difference with that,
It's actually fun.
it's actually fun, yes. There's also 2 new weapons to buy, the Warmonger and the Vortex Grenade.
I'm really liking the Warmonger.
And, as much as I like this planet, I do have one particular issue with it, and that, fuck this planet, because I had to record this planet twice. Because the first time I recorded it, my footage jumped all around, and it was all unusable. An hour and a half worth of footage, unusable.
You stink like a...
Yeah, that'll ruin your day.
Yeah, I'm just glad that this game is short and fun, because I would have really been angry about that. There's also some new enemies where if they get too close to you, they'll kamikaze.
Yeah.
9 more of those horns, and you're gonna have yourself a shiny, slightly used pair of...
He's just rubbing it in.
He really is. It's great.
He knows. He knows that he's going to get away with it. There's nothing you can do.
Same feeling.
So this planet is huge, and there's a lot to do. So this video is just basically a best of compilation. Like, once I get a couple Gargathon horns and you sort of get the idea, I just start jumping to the important parts.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we go.
Congratulations to Dr. Buttass, who actually guessed correctly.
Yeah, Dr. Buttass, you guessed Mrs. Zircon, and you win the prize of being acknowledged on our videos.
You win the no prize.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much.
Anyway, down over there you can see one of these live dudes.
Yeah, there were 3 horns, and they actually have a weak point. If you hit them in the horns, then your weapons actually deal more damage to them.
Neat. I did not know that, actually.
Yeah. It's really nice if you can manage to get it.
But they have multiple horns.
Yep, they have 3 horns, and the bones only have 1. There's 100 horns total.
And you have to get them all to platinum, which, Kalon, you mentioned something about that earlier.
Yeah, I have platinumed this game, and one of the requirements to get the platinum trophy is to get all weapons up to level 6, which you have to do in challenge mode. And in order to get one of the weapons, you might know which weapon probably, you have to get all 100 horns. Which, you know, it's a big planet, and it's fun, but, like, finding those last couple horns can be a bitch.
Yeah, there are some of them that are deviously hidden.
Oh yeah, there's some later that... Like, both times I did this, I spent a good 20 minutes looking for the last horn.
Yeah. It's in a really dick place to be. But you also mentioned earlier that something like almost half the people who've played this game have platinumed it.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I was looking up the amount of trophy stuff. Oh wait, I'll wait until this guy's done talking again. But yeah, I'll say something about that as soon as this is done.
Is that all this?
What an ass! What an ass!
He rips us off twice in the same planet.
We have been here for 5 minutes.
Well, a little bit longer. Remember, I cut a bit out.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so, there are people... I was looking up statistics on, like, how many people have gotten the trophies on here since PS4 has done a nice thing and started listing how many percent of the trophies that people have gotten. 51.33% of the people who own this game and have put it in their PS3s have gotten the Platinum Trophy.
It's a short game.
Yeah. It is a really easy game to Platinum, too. There's only, like, 1 or 2 annoying ones.
One of them being the horns.
Well, yeah.
The other being the weapons.
No, I'd say scaring everything is a little more annoying than getting all the weapons to level 6.
Any Gargathon horns you bring me?
Yeah, because that... Yeah, you have to go through at least twice to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything all right?
Hey, see my bird?
Bird's dead, yes!
Bird isn't dead.
He's dead
Don't
to
give
me.
the people false hope.
For a few bolts.
You got gumption, my friend.
I don't know how your mouth works.
I don't think anybody knows how his mouth works. Oh yeah, so this planet is split into 3 big main areas. One area you can only get to with the jetpack, and another one you can only get to with the boots or the jetpack.
This is part of the reason right here why this planet is fun. Just hoverbooting and do a flip and then just jetpacking and killing one of these things is neat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, also upgrade.
Yep. I forget what this does. I think it just... Oh yeah, they just shoot faster, or fly around faster and do more damage. But they glow now. That's the important part.
Yes. Glowing equals more damage.
Oh, and in this first area, if you go underneath this big rock formation...
You found another one. There ought to be 5 more left.
Speaking of God, are you going to show that off this video?
Oh yeah, I'll
Okay.
show that off. Don't worry. I show pretty much all the important stuff off. So, in the second area that you can, or in the third area rather, that you can only get to with the jetpack is where the parrot is.
How did he even get here? His stubby little wings barely keep him aloft.
I don't know.
Look at them, they're so tiny.
Oh, and you'll notice that my horn stuff jumps around a little bit. That's because in order to streamline it a little better, I just edited it around a little bit. It's better this way, trust me.
We found your bird.
Give us money.
You found my bird. Thank you, friend. Here's your reward. Now we can talk about your new cut.
You have to admit, this little back and forth is pretty funny.
That ain't no split.
What does the bird even do?
He does all the thinking. See?
60-40. The only way you were getting a boat more is over my dead body.
Bird, you can't do nothing.
Oh, all right, 50.
You're a tiny little bird. And what are you going to do? You can't fly a spaceship. You barely fly as it is.
But yep, Neftin is up in the second area, and I accidentally triggered the cutscene.
Whoops.
If you get too close to his hideout, then you trigger it, and I thought you could fly over it, but nope, you can't.
I forgot that.
The worst thing is that you cannot see him before the cutscene. It happens hiding in there, which is an oversight.
Well, that is... Oh.
Yeah. Charming.
His face. The facial expressions on Ratchet are just so great.
Yeah, I'm really glad they did go with the All-for-One models, because as bad as that game was, the All-for-One models were pretty great.
Yeah. I'm glad they scaled Clank a little more reasonably, though.
Yes, it's stealing. That device is the only thing that can send the nethers back across the barrier.
Oh, there's a lot of physical comedy in these games, and I appreciate that.
Somebody, I forget if I mentioned this in another video, but in the games thread for this, somebody said that this game wasn't funny enough and that there was barely any comedy in it.
Compared to what?
I know, right?
Just angry. Have you ever wanted something so bad?
It has tons of comedy in it. Like the mayor. Okay, they specifically exempted the mayor from the last level, but like there's tons of comedy in this game. I guess Ratchet's a little more serious, yeah, but he's been a little more serious since Tools of Destruction.
Can I just point out that, this seems a little subdued? Ratchet's just like, well, you killed my friends, so yeah. I still have utterly no sympathy for either of them.
I have some sympathy for Neftin.
Okay, I can understand the situation, but Ratchet lost his family too, and you don't see him going around kill. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It all makes sense now.
Oh.
We got a lot of surprises waiting for you.
There are layers here that I have not begun to examine. Alright.
Okay, so yeah, now the gold cup has been unlocked at the arena, and we'll get to that in this video because there's not enough in just this planet to really constitute half an hour. But hidden around the planet are these 6 key things.
We must find Neftin's hideout before the Nethers and... Ratchet. This appears to be a key. I suspect it may be used to open the vault near the smuggler.
So yeah, there's 6 of them hidden around. 2 of them are out in the open. And then I'll show off what you have to do for the other 3. But the second one that's out in the open is over here by this crashed ship.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the thugs for less ships.
It is, actually. It's a nice touch. Because this is the place where the Nebulox crashed, and I think one of them got shot down.
We kind of killed, No, wait, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't kill any in the tutorial level. But the other 3, there's one in each of the really large hubs. And it gives you a nice little cinematic panning over, and it shows you where a battery bomb is.
Enjoy this brown.
Well, it's greenish brown. But you have a limited time to get to all of them and back, and then throw them in the appropriate place. And most of them are really easy, but there's one that I always screw up at least the first time.
I just don't like time things in video games. I can't deal with the pressure.
You must suck at any given Mario game that is not, based off 64.
I'm terrible at Mario. I'm awful. I keep playing them because because they're fun, but I'm awful at Mario games. I get going and I get I'm doing okay, and then I fuck up a same pit 50 times. And I get angry and shut the thing off, and then a week later I'm like, I bet I can probably do that, and the cycle repeats itself.
Well. But yeah, this is... You can see I have 59 horns. I was trying to look for the last one for forever, and then I got bored and I decided to do this instead.
Whee!
Woohoo!
You missed.
Come here! Come here! Hey, come here! Come here! But yeah, this is actually the best way to show off, the hubs and everything, is just trying to chase these guys down. I don't show off most of the hubs because, it's just...
It's all just this, basically.
Yeah, it's this.
Some of it's more vertical.
Don't get me wrong, it's really fun to play, but it is not fun to watch.
Oh, that was close.
And I realized that. Yeah, that one's close. And the other one is the last one. That's the one I usually have trouble with and manage to fuck up at least once.
I like that you just had the Zircon family out just as much as you can during this.
Oh, yeah.
Just to have them there.
Creature in the cerulean sector. It's already destroyed 6.
Oh, as if you needed more incentive to go to that other planet.
Well, I'd like to help, but, horns and robot bits and all this sort of thing. You know, I want to get the trophy. I need the platinum, you know. It's very important. I mean, I understand that people are dying, but shiny trophy.
I need it. I need my Chivos. This is the one I have problems with because it's such a tight timer. And I always panic and fuck up and accidentally throw him too early and I don't get him in the first time. So this is actually a second take.
Well, technically, I think it's third take.
No, this is only the second time I've done this.
Well, didn't you say you had to redo this whole thing?
Oh, well, okay, then technically it's actually the fourth take, because I fucked up the first time I recorded this level too, so...
Alright.
But yeah, that one's really tight. You have to be almost perfect.
I don't know how I managed to do it.
Perhaps we should go back to the smuggler.
Steal them and then charge you for them?
Probably. Let's go talk to him. Hey, guy, who doesn't have a name.
Good work finding them keys.
Yep.
Of course, it takes 6 to open the
Yep.
vault. And I just happened to have the last one right here. You get the rest of those horns, and I could see...
You have like a million guns. Just shoot the man.
I know, but whatever.
Anyway, that's one of the ones that are really painful to find because they're hidden under things.
They're hidden on the walls, and it's
You don't
not
think they're
right.
up there because there are like 2 that are on the walls. And
Yeah. It's really awful. Those are always the last ones I find because I forget that they exist. Here's your fucking 60 horns. Give me money and give me my key and never talk to me again.
Well, looky here. Cash and prize.
Hey, God.
Of
Of course God isn't dead.
Of course, God.
Oh, thanks, friend. You deserve some sort of reward for rescuing me. How about I build...
Yup, that's right. Instead of the smuggler doing it, fucking God builds you the Rhino 7.
And I'll have you saving the galaxy in
If
no
God
time.
built a gun.
Plans to be scattered throughout the sector.
And
All
now
right.
we're back here.
Yep, we're at the arena.
And he's still stuck.
So, because it's pretty self-explanatory, you had a story about what happened on the origins of the smuggler?
That was its whole thing. I don't know. Do you really want to go into that?
Yeah, you said to remind you about it, and I mean, it's just the arena. Come on.
All right, here's a taste of my 500-page Ratchet and Clank fanfiction. Basically, the story is that here is 1994, and Robert Muldoon is working as a game warden at Jurassic Park. Alright, so during the dry run, everything, of course, goes bad, and Robert Muldoon is mauled by a genetically modified velociraptor. I can't believe I'm actually talking about this. I didn't mean to say anything, but... Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's the vortex grenade,
So
by
he's
the way.
wounded horribly, but not dead. And... blah blah blah, mad science, he starts turning into some sort of horrible velociraptor man. And during the Puerto Rican sweep of the island, they find him, they turn him over to the government, and he gets sent to Area 51, where they probe him for years. And eventually he escapes, and he finds, like, the crashed Roswell spaceship that's been fixed up. And this is the Independence Day crossover section. Anyway, he escapes and he takes off. And so he's got no money, nothing to his name. So he just starts life as a smuggler, and eventually he pairs up with a dumb bird. And that's basically it.
Okay, so this one's actually kind of interesting because they give you a level 1 shotgun, and you need to shoot them into that giant death trap there. And you have like 2 minutes or a minute 45 seconds or whatever to get 24 of them in there. And the thing is, it doesn't end when you get 24 in there. You just have to wait out the clock once you've gotten all 24.
In the rest of my fanfiction, Ratchet and Dr. Nefarious are married, and they have a baby, and they named him Alistair. And also, Vegeta is there for some reason.
Well, of course, it's a fan fiction. When is Vegeta not in fan fiction?
Yeah. He's like, he just shows up.
Yeah, he's like Hercules. I can't wait to fucking talk about that.
Oh, yeah. You remember when Disney did that Aladdin Hercules crossover episode?
No!
Okay, they did I forget what even the plot was, but that's all I have to say about it. And they did a lot of like crossovers for their shows, even the ones that didn't make sense.
Yeah, because Hercules and Aladdin does not make sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those aren't really in the same time period.
No.
I remember Greece was like destroyed in Aladdin. Like, there was that one dude who made like giant robot bugs all the time. It was just basically like some insane remnant of Greece.
I don't remember the Aladdin show.
It was actually decent, I guess.
I remember it being decent, I just don't remember anything about it, really. Aside from the fact that Return of Jafar was just basically the first 3 episodes.
Yeah. And also Aladdin's still dressed like, you know, a street rat, because he's, you know... Aladdin's still dressed like a street rat, despite the fact that he was living in the palace and married to the princess.
He wasn't married yet, he was engaged.
Okay. Close enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
But he's still dressed like that, you know?
if you're banging the princess, you should be dressing a little better.
Yeah, you know, maybe actually some shoes. A hat that isn't the... No, the monkey wore the fez.
Yeah.
What hat did Aladdin wear? I forget.
I don't think... I think he also wore a fez. I think they both wore fezzes.
I think requires investigation.
I think Abu just basically dressed up as, like, Aladdin.
Right. Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
I never realized this until just now. Abu fucking just dresses up like Aladdin.
Well, he's a monkey. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, the Aladdin show, there was the talking Egyptian cat lady, who the internet is in love with, apparently.
Oh yeah, of course.
What else were recurring visions? There was that dude with the skeleton hand who was, like, way too intense for the show. He was, like, at 7, and the rest of the show was at, like, 5.
There was some guy that was also, like, in the last episode, supposed to be revealed to be, like, Aladdin's brother, but they changed it at the last minute.
I actually think that was him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forget what his name was. There was the episode where they got turned into snake people.
Oh, this one's actually pretty cool because you start out with a very limited timer, and every kill you get adds to the timer, but you can only use your wrench.
Also, the Hercules show was weird because they put him back in high school, and then they invented 2 characters. They actually pulled them. They named them after characters. One of them was Icarus.
Yeah, and one of them was some...
It was that, like the prophet or one of them.
Yeah, Oracle or something.
Yeah, Oracle, whatever the hell her name was. I don't remember. I watched these when I was a kid. Yeah.
And I remember Meg was in one episode, and the way they hand-waved them not knowing each other was like some spell completely wipes both of their minds, and they're like, oh, who are you? I don't know. Well, see you later.
They could have just... it was not necessary. But anyway, occasionally Hercules would go up to the temple and talk to Zeus.
Yeah.
And Zeus would be like, no, you need to obey your stepdad.
Oh, okay, and this is another mission that just doesn't end when you complete it. So, I just drive around in circles for 10 seconds.
You just gonna let that guy live?
Yeah.
Feeling magnanimous today?
I mean, if you kill them, they just add to your timer, and I'm already finished, so, yeah.
It's like 2 little bolts just sadly float into Ratchet.
Oh. I think there's 2 more.
What other weird shows did I watch as a kid?
You never watched Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys.
Okay, Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Oh yeah, Big Bad Beetleborgs was fucking weird.
I remember, like, they had... It was just basically trying to cop Power Rangers money.
Yeah, pretty much.
One of the characters was, like, a werewolf, and he just didn't talk, he just made growls. And then the main, like, guy, their Zordon analog was Ghost Jay Leno.
Yeah, I remember that. He was like a genie or some shit, and he had like the biggest chin and nose. And then like in a testament to laziness, in one Power Rangers episode, or like it might have been a 2 or 3 parter, they used the Beetleborg outfits as villains, and like they didn't even. It wasn't a crossover or anything. It was just like. No, if you watch the Big Bad Beetleborgs, you'll remember these things, but yeah, they're nowhere near the same people.
I can't find it constantly amusing that they basically, for the Power Rangers, they just redid the non-suits and armor portion of the show.
Yeah. Originally, yes, but eventually they had the suits made.
Yeah.
Because, like, the stock footage was running out. So they had to make actual footage.
Which is why the Yellow Ranger didn't have a skirt, but the Pink Ranger did, because in the Japanese show, the Yellow Ranger was a dude. Also, of course, I have to say that Black Ranger was black, the Yellow Ranger was Asian, and the Red Ranger was American Indian.
And then they didn't even realize this when they first made it, and so
then of course the White Ranger, and then they had White Ranger Tiger Power, which is not a good thing to say.
So... This is the Progbot. He's just basically Neftin Prog.
Yeah, well, you have a Progbot, we have a Zircon family. You're dead, man. You are fucked.
I mean, last time I only went against him with, like, a little kid in Zircon. Imagine how pissed Mom must be. She got to miss out. She had to miss out on this the first time.
We haven't heard her say much, because we've been talking a lot.
Well, that, and I skipped over a lot of the one planet because it's just not visually interesting.
We'll get more in the next video, promise.
Yeah. Yep. Trust me, at this point, Zircon family's out pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
Attention, employees!
But a couple other good guesses were Zircon Dog. I really like the Zircon Dog idea.
Zircon Chorus Line was a particular favorite of mine.
I liked Mr. Zircon just dual-wielding other smaller Zircons. And here's one that I made up, but my brother posted. Well, he originally came up with the idea of a Jewish grandpa one, and I came up with the idea that the Jewish grandpa Zircon was always disappointed that Mr. Zircon wasn't violent enough.
Seriously, he just got whooped. Whooped big time.
That went a lot smoother than the first time they fought Neftin. Oh, and if you didn't get the no damage skill point against Neftin, you can get it against the Progbot.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So you can come back here later with the Rhino and just obliterate him and get the skill point. If you haven't gotten hit by complete accident after failing the boss fight several times beforehand.
Without the proper attire.
New armor, yay!
Yay, 35% defense.
Yay!
Which is actually quite significant. There's also one last armor I will be showing off, and that is the one that's challenge mode exclusive. Also, a gold bolt that I missed my first time. Instead of going up, if you make it go down and you jump up here, you get a gold bolt. And then there is the only gold bolt in the game that you need to backtrack to, over by the orphanage entrance. You have to come back here when you have the hover boot, or the jetpack boots, and then you just go over here. Yeah, hover boots. And it's over here.
Yay!
Let's see, what else? I know what else. I don't know why I'm pretending to... Oh, and this is a way back. They don't make you kill yourself. A schematic that I missed that I could have gotten, like, I was over here earlier. I destroyed this very box. and I neglected to look over here. I'm sure at least one person was being driven crazy because of that.
You're almost
No, get apart!
pieces of the
No!
be able to build the greatest weapon.
I'm sorry if you're that person. I don't mean to make fun of you, but... Wait, no, I do.
And then, here's one I was looking for like 5 minutes and then gave up because I couldn't remember where it is. It's just easier to find it with the mapper that you win in the gold cup. It's just over here underneath there.
Oh, I think that's one of the ones I'm missing. That's
Oh.
a really pain in the ass to find, I think.
Yeah, okay, so just follow my path backwards and you'll be able to find it.
Okay, good. I don't have access to my PS3 right now, but okay.
Oh, I forgot to show off where the gold bolts are. There's one on top of this tower with the laser coming out, and then there's another one with the... on top of one of the giant vines in the first hub world.
Just take our word for it. Bye!
Yep. Wait, nope, lightning bolt. Speaking of Power Rangers.
Yes!